All right, so let's get started with the flip through of America's Story 1 by Masterbooks. This is recommended for 3rd grade and on, but we are actually going to just try it out as a read aloud this year with my 1st and 2nd graders that are going to be combined for history. So it'll be low pressure. I'll just be reading out a little bit each time as long as I have attention. And we are going to use this alongside of Beautiful Feet books, which is the curriculum that we used last year. It's really less of a curriculum for Beautiful Feet books and more a lot of read alouds. So they loved it. It really soaked them into individual time periods, but I felt like America's Story 1 just got me really excited because it was so cohesive, and so it gives you, it kind of ties together all the timelines of the books that we're already reading that are the living books. So getting started, this is going to be from the Ancient Americas to the Great Gold Rush. Will probably take 1 to 2 years to get through this if I like it. I'm not rushed to finish it all in a year. So anyways, let's get started. Masterbooks makes just some really awesome materials. It's a Christian-based company, so you will find things in here from a Christian perspective. So if you want to pause and zoom in on the chapter titles, you can, but there are 28 chapters, and as you see, every single chapter is going to be 10 pages. So they've really tried to make it short, and I like that. So starting with who lived here first, talking about Leif Erikson, Christopher Columbus, the settlements, pilgrimage, Squanto, the friendly Indian, life in the colonies, and you can read on. So let's take a look at chapter 1, who lived here first. And you can see there's a lot of words. That was my first hesitation with this, with a 2nd grader, that, oh, I don't know if this will be too textbooky, but it really does read pretty well. It doesn't read like a textbook. Are you ready to enjoy an interesting story? This is the story of our great country and how it came into being. So it's going to just read well, I think, especially if I just do a page at a time. If they're interested, you know, I'll keep going with more or take a lot of breaks. So the pictures in here are really great. You'll see as we go. There's map work to stop and pause and look at maps. And then that's the end of chapter 1. So that'll be, I think, an easy thing to cover in a couple weeks. So with 28 chapters, we could probably do a chapter a week and finish this year, or take longer if we want, especially since I'm going to do Beautiful Feet books, finishing some of those living book read alouds. They have a lot of these timelines here, and just kind of want to give you a feel for the inside of the book. A lot of pictures and a lot of kind of random cool facts, thoughts to remember. You can kind of read through these to the kids if you want to, and ready to explore. More timeline facts here. Lots of pictures. Every chapter really has a page, a whole set page of just pictures. So I think that some of it might be a little too surfacey as far as them retaining information, whereas Beautiful Feet books will take, you know, a whole day or 2 days and read through one book in one time period about one person, and they really remember those stories. They really do. It's awesome. But this one might be a little harder to remember details. I'm not too worried about that. I feel like my goal is to help them to remember something. So, you know, throw it at them, see what sticks, and see what they like, and spend more time on the areas they really do like, and pass over the ones that are a little dry or boring. You know, we can stop and do projects if we want to. If you're not a project person, that doesn't, you don't need to build a long house if you don't want to, but you know, if you want to, then that's something your kids will really remember and you'll take longer on that lesson. Just an idea. Same with cooking or anything. So lots of pictures. I think they're going to respond well to this, I hope. But I just got excited about it. I don't remember a ton of history from growing up, even from my high school days. I think I just didn't pay attention or didn't care. And so I'm kind of learning at this rate with them, which I didn't realize how awesome history was. So I really want to pass that love on to my kids. So let me go ahead. We're at chapter 10 already. I'm just going to do a little faster skipping for you so that you can see founding fathers before the Revolution, power of words. The British are coming. Let's see what else we have. Map work. Paul Revere, stories of the American Revolution. The American Revolution of the South, more stories of the Revolution. We could take the whole year on just that, honestly. So when we get to a spot that we really like, I'll probably check out more books on that at the library. And when we get through places that are just boring, then we'll probably just quickly go over it. But my plan with this, and I'll show you this in a minute, is to put up a timeline on the wall this year. I wanted to last year, never did it, but I'm going to put up a timeline on the wall, which I ordered from Masterbooks. They have one. And then we will cut out pictures and stick them on the timeline so they can remember people and peoples and just different events that have happened we've read about. French settlement in North America, Lewis and Clark. So that way they can start to put all these ideas together when they were. Because that's even tricky for me as an adult without a timeline, if they ask questions or if I am learning something for the first time, I'm thinking, when was this? And so it'll be a fun and easy way to just quick glance take over our homeschool wall. Children from slavery, heroes of the abolition movement. The story of the Alamo. And the Great Journey West. So that'll finish up this, the Oregon Trail. That'll finish up America Story 1, and then you'll see there's America Story 2, which, let me get my glasses on here, this is small. Put this up here. That will cover from the Civil War to the Industrial Revolution. And then book 3 will be the early 1900s to modern times. So we will continue on if we like this style of book. Now, really quick, I just want to show you what else I ordered. This was $7 from Masterbooks, and they have a black and white version you can print for free on their website, but I just thought the color one was cool, and so I bought it. But basically, we're going to cut out these, and you could do this in a book if you wanted to. A lot of people have done that before, but I'm going to try to just stick it, I think, on our wall, or we'll see how tacky that looks, but I feel like it would be a good visual. And then as we read through America Story 1, there's going to be these pictures that we can put in there. So it tells you chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And so as we go through, there's not a lot of pictures for each chapter, but we can just cut these out and stick them on the timeline and then refer to them later if the kids, you know, are just curious. So there's a lot of them, and you could also print your own off the internet if you find good ones, but these just looked easy. So that's my hope for history this year, to kind of get a better idea of the flow of early American history for the littles. So if you like this video, could you go ahead and give me a thumbs up? I would appreciate it so much. And if you have any questions or comments, if you've used this before, leave one below and I will go ahead and answer. Also be sure to subscribe for more homeschool videos. I'm going to try to do a lot of flip throughs of the books that we're using this year for 2nd grade and 1st grade. All right, thanks so much.